Said to kill the bare-handed so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think. Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding because we all came from hunger pain.
Y'all know what's up? Lakeith at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is my people today? It's Atlanta. I know we usually do Friday, but it's Saturday. It's a Saturday afternoon. We chilling. All right. As you can see, we got the man right over here, one half of Blurtish, in one of the craziest towns that I follow local news on.
The news, huh? It's comedy, tragedy, and whatever. All of the above.
Y'all reckless drivers is reckless, son. But I give it over to Keith Cooper of Blurtish. What's up?
First of all, since talking about the hometown, shout out to any Southern Jaguars. It's homecoming weekend. Something positive, but then we had some negative stuff near the campus that the news could not wait to be, all up on. But regardless,
blame on Southern.
Happy shout out to homecoming and shout out to homecoming for HBCUs everywhere. I think it's Howard's homecoming. Howard get enough press, but that's okay.
We ain't worried about Howard right now. It's about
Howard got
Southern.
a whole people ain't even go there for they were like, I've been a fan for generations. Like, you ain't go there, but still, that's okay. But shout out to HBCUs everywhere. Yes, I'm one half of Blurtish, and like this episode, I'm outside. So we out, fresh air.
That's right. So this episode, we're probably not going because there's not a lot of stuff to talk about, but there's one very important thing to talk about.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta take that woman's hand. I hold that woman's hand. I'm telling you, I predicted it.
You did say it. You said you should do it.
Look, we gonna get a proposal in the finale. Get a proposal. I'm telling you, I know I can feel it. Be like, woman, look, because he's basically said everything but will you marry me? He's like, I want to be a real family. What you know what he mean? He probably a little too scared to say it, but he like, I love you, woman. You know what I'm saying?
You jumping all the way to the apex of the episode.
Let's come on. I know we got the Snipe Hunt. We're gonna talk about the snipe in a second. But look, I'm just saying, man, woman, and child, you know what I'm saying? Sun, moon, and the stars. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Put it together.
Can I just say this? I'm gonna be the other side of it.
All right, cool. What you got?
I don't think we're going to get a proposal. I think what you just got is the proposal. I think he like, look, because again, this is earned, this is banned. They like, a best way to put it, like a bag of loose nuts and screws. It don't necessarily always fit, but they go together. So I think she don't want to be
They that
left
draw
out.
in the kitchen that got like a whole bunch of stuff in it. It's all
Just
useful,
random.
but it's just
They're
knickknacks.
the right scenario. You might have like that one battery out of a pack that you need two, but you got one. So I think I will not bet on them getting I don't think you're gonna get on bended knee moment. I mean, even though Donald Glover himself is married, I just don't think they vibe that way. I think they into that whole kind of open but not open, but at least earn being saying, hey, I want you, I want to be with you.
I'll step out on this ledge. I think Van does want a traditional type man. She does want a man to propose to her. Van be acting all flighty, but when he professed his love, she started crying.
She had that
I think Van does all this flighty stuff as a way to kind of protect herself from, whether it's heartache or whatever it is, or maybe she has, issues with maybe abandonment or something like that. But when he broke it down and said, "Woman, I love you. There ain't no one else out here. And the fact that you have my child makes you love me. Makes me love you even more." She could have easily been like, I don't feel the same way. But what she said, "I love you." And she started crying. I think Van is scared to get hurt. And that's why she pretends all this flighty stuff.
Here's the thing. We don't quite, Van, after all these years, is still somewhat mysterious. And they still don't know all the details of each other's childhood growing up. We don't really know how Van, I know they went to Germany or they went to that thing, but we don't know how her parents really jive with each other. And we know that she got that different background and everything, being German, part German and all that. So we don't know. We don't know if dad was around. We don't know whoever was around. So maybe she has felt abandoned so many ways. That's guessing because we don't know.
Yeah, because we don't really know about her parents like that.
Yeah, we don't know about a family like that. So, and we just got to know about really Ern's family after all this time to see that there's
y'all ain't never like me because I'm light skinned. He was like, "Girl, please, because you're evil."
So when you put it together, you talk about two people who've had two strange family upbringings per se, or things have went a little left, but they found each other doing two left turns and they trying to make it right. So I don't know. Maybe they don't make it work out.
I'll ask you this, and also anyone in the chat. I got a question. Do you think that when he says something to the extent of like, "What is it about Atlanta that you won't leave it?" Or why aren't you scared? I think he's talking to us. I think he's saying, "Look, this show is over. You got about 5 episodes left.
Look,
4 or 5, something like that."
When a lead character is literally talking about leaving the city that the show is named after, it's over. As much as I don't want it to be.
Yeah.
But what have we been saying? Is there any real reason for him to stay? Because every time they go on an outing or whatever, I know people don't want to hear about possible death. Marquita came up, shout out to Marquita Star. She came up with some good points. I know I'm just a plain simple dude. Maybe I don't have the galaxy brain. Literally, Paperboy was shot at last time we saw him. He was attempted murder was on his life.
When we meet Paperboy, doesn't he have to shoot somebody, or was he in a shootout? I'm trying to remember how that went down.
He shot somebody. That's how he became famous.
Yeah, because I can't remember if it was a shootout that he was in, or if he shot somebody. Because it's been a while.
He felt disrespected, and he
they broke the side view mirror,
and knocked his mirror off. And he "Oh, that Mick, that's you? It's garbage." Then shoot him up, bang, bang. And then you got the jail episode. So that's how this kind of all went down.
That jail episode was hilarious, bro. Man.
And the famous lemon pepper wet,
Oh, it was like. So
now. he got rewarded for shooting somebody.
Yeah, he sure did. Shouts to Ghost MKC. Lady Lisa said both of them were dancing around marriage like it was the plague.
They don't want it. They don't want it.
I wonder if
Shout out
it's
to Lisa.
also a statement. I wonder if it's also a statement on the current, I guess, relationship or dating culture that wants marriage, but it's like scared to do marriage. You know what I'm saying? Because in some cases, when I mean, of course, I've looked from the mountains. I mean, you know, I'm not single. I ain't gonna worry about that. But no, it's like as I look from the mountains, it seems like a lot of people want marriage, but they don't want to do marriage.
What they want,
so they kind of like dance around this. Like we've been in a relationship for 7 years. It's like, so.
I mean, your baby is getting big. She's sick. She can talk and walk now. So Lottie is a person. Yeah. I mean,
Lottie is like
excuse me 1 second. Let you carry on one moment because somebody tripping.
So basically, it's a good point. Lottie is like fully, well, I mean, I guess not fully grown, but Lottie is like, you know, she has her own thoughts. She has her own motivations. She's getting into like her lane right now, where different than say if Lottie was like 2. You know what I'm saying? Like Lottie was like 2, maybe 3. Lottie is getting to the point where maybe she's even made comments like, you know, like I want my dad here. I want my mommy and my daddy together. You know, who knows? But I did notice, and let me know, Ghost MKC, I see you watching. I'm gonna pick up the next comment in a second. And the whole episode, she was kind of like, yeah, whatever, you know, I guess I'll be, you know, I wish grandma was here. You know, she was kind of like just sort of moping around a little bit. But after the Snipe Hunt, you see her like a little more, I guess, excited or at least positive. And then at the very end, you see her smile. So it makes me wonder, you know, how much she knows or heard of that conversation they had while she was sleeping, even though old girl was moving a whole lot. Now I'll of course hit on that in a second when Keith come back.
Getting beside himself. Parenting 101.
So shouts to Lottie in this. What are your thoughts on Lottie and her attitude as far as being kind of like humdrum, kind of like whatever about it, but then seeming to be happy at the end?
I think it's a sign of that kids crave attention, and then she's not used to both of them kind of being around at the same time. So maybe she just was like, and then also, let's keep it real. A 6-year-old, I don't know if she's 6, because she's like a big 6-year-old, but let's just say 6 to 10.
That girl like 10.
6. Stop it. They only do that in anime and animation. Whole tall adult about 6.
They did the opposite in Obi-Wan, where I'm like, that girl is not 10 years old. I was like, that girl like 8, is 9. Straight up 5. Like, what are you talking about?
I'll just say this, just that I think she wasn't used to it, but she likes it because she's a kid. You know, she wants to see, oh, I got mommy and daddy here. This is kind of cool. But also, no kid wants to spend their birthday out in the woods and trashy parts of Georgia, wherever they at. But, you know, and there ain't no knock to Georgia. Like, I'm in Louisiana. They got some trash, woodsy parts here. But it was still kind of cool to see. But so I can understand why she's like, oh, what is this? And until they brought up the Snipe Hunt, then it was like, oh, this is a little fable, little, you know, practical joke about the Snipe Hunt that could have been dangerous, but it was quite silly how they let her just be right off in the woods and they up there talking. It's like kind of be a little bit closer, but regardless of which, look, I don't say nothing that I know. You just saw I had to interrupt this podcast to go deal with the little man who sometimes don't know better, but it is what it is. But
you know, we gotta kick the truth to the young black youth, man. So it's like, you know, I understand.
Keep an eye on your kids, please. I tell you what I know.
Lisa said, it's like they both want to be free, but they want marriage benefits, like always having them that other person there when they want them. So yeah, you got that too, where there's this fear of missing out on I guess, the single life. And I'm glad that I came up at a time where I had a lot of older men, like my grandfather's age, kind of pouring into me and talking to me like, there ain't nothing in them streets. There ain't nothing. There is nothing in them streets. I was told, and I mean, of course, everybody doesn't have the same experience, but I was continually told, find you a good woman. Find you a good woman. I was never told, like, go out there and, play until you can't play no more. I was never told that. I was told, find you a good woman. And, because I was told this, an old man, one of my grandfather's friends told me, Mr. Eddie, I used to call him Mr. Eddie. He said, have you ever been fishing? I said, yeah. He said, have you ever caught them all? I said, no. He said, can you catch them all? I said, no. He said, why are you trying? Get you a good woman and go. You ain't never going. You ain't
ass catch them out here. You ain't ass catch them.
You can't get them all. Get them all. So why even try? Get you a good woman. And when I say a good woman, look, life happens. Say you get in a car accident and you paralyzed, and that woman will push you around. That woman not push. You know what I mean? In a wheelchair. Not like Misery.
Man, black woman,
but a woman, or like women, you need a man that if you going into surgery and you can't feed yourself, that he'll feed you. He'll bathe you. That's what you need now. Because trust me, your whole marriage is not going to be Instagram photos.
Real talk.
It's not.
I've had to rub feet. When my wife wasn't feeling good, I had to push her around the wheelchair after after having our kid, other things, and then you got to be there. It is what it is. So I will say this: I'm not gonna act like I was a perfect angel before I found the one that I needed to be. Not pushing my younger days. You trying to, now I've heard, now the people that matter in my life, my dad, other prevalent figures, always tell you when you find a good one, stick with her. Now your friends and these other people are going to be like, hey, go out there, have fun. But I remember this professor at Southern University, speaking of Southern University, Mr. Riley, my biology teacher. He just broke it down. And in fact, he kind of looked like you, Mike. He's bald-headed brother. Had a goatee.
Bald-headed brother's been having a good weekend too, man. I'm telling you, bald-headed brother's been chilling.
He did karate or something, but he was like, he just saw, he like, look, I'm gonna have a talk. He said, I'm just addressing this to the brothers just because I want to do this because it's on my mind. I don't know what made him do it, but basically, he said, I know biology is just one of the beginner courses in college that you just show up. If you pass it in high school, you should get a B or an A in college. You should. But it's like, brothers, make sure that you studying hard. Make sure that, have fun. He said, start trying to look for a woman that you can marry now while you're in college. He said, because it's going to take you a while. Look for women that you would marry now. And I guess it resonated a little bit harder because he was a younger brother. So, when you're in your 20s and he's not, was like maybe 40 and under or less than that. And he just wanted to do that. He said, he said, trust me, while you taking her across the hump, as we call it, the overpass, and you taking her to get something to eat, she's studying. And if you ain't studying, you failing, you're going to get left behind. So he's like, that was just his word of wisdom. The words always stuck with him. And sure enough, I met my wife in college. She didn't become my wife until about 6 years later. But, it is what it is.
But you laid that groundwork, you know what I'm saying?
We laid the groundwork.
And I'm telling y'all, I'm feeling positive about Earn. Now we got some other word. We got Lady Lisa came in. She said, yeah, he trying to show off and rent the whole place, and you ain't invite no friends or family. What in the world? And it's true. She was kind of by herself, and I was like, well, it's her birthday. You ain't even invite like 2 friends or something. They can like at least like 2. But I guess he was trying to be like, hey y'all, this is a family. This is a family outing. This is what I want to do together. Family. And I'm like, yo, you need to just be real, Earn. I got your back, son. Go on, bam, hit her with this. You know what I'm saying?
But then again, when you think about his friends and family or whatever, do you think they did it though?
Darius ain't going to
You don't
see.
need Darius. Darius will find Bigfoot out there or the devil and bring them to the party. Like no.
Like, Darius ain't
Darius
going
will
to
find
help.
every mythical creature.
And
And
Paperboy probably be like, yeah, y'all can get married. Yeah, it's cool. Like it would be like a throwaway thing. Like, yeah, all right, sure, yeah, get married. Like it'd be like, nah, man, you need to advocate for this, man. All right, come on, Ern, come on. It's your woman right there. Don't you let her
Paperboy,
leave this force without saying you
he's
love
too
that woman.
busy fighting for his rap career and status before he become an old head officially.
Yeah. And Lady Lisa said, I don't think they have a fear of missing out. I think they're both afraid of looking stupid for going all in and it doesn't work out. And I
With them
think that
too, yeah,
that's
I
a
can see
lot.
that.
I can see that too. I can
Because they've
see that
been
a lot
hurt.
too.
They are very hurt. They've been very hurt people through their lives for whatever. I mean, we now know what has hurt Ern and what's been kind of holding him back. And he's finally got over the money and the lack of success. And now he's trying to become a whole person and hopefully stay out of weird vans for shoes from now on.
For people getting shot up.
No this to rest in peace, Shoe Man. But
Shoe Man.
spoiler alert if you didn't see that yet. But rest in peace, Shoe Man. But it's just, yeah, I think they've just been hurt so much. And I do wish that's something that the series could have done with Van. I get a lot of people who, we know people have said that Donald Glover missed with some of her part. I agree a little bit. That's the only slight thing. I wish we would have known more about Van's family too. Maybe it's coming. I don't know. We have no clue.
Because we got 4 episodes left, 5, 4, something like that.
Something like 4 or 5. Yeah. So, but at the same time, maybe they're just not that important to the weird ride that we got. And I know somebody had mentioned well, maybe they moved to LA, then we get LA. Nah, you're not gonna. I don't think. Nah, folks. This is gonna be the end of the character Ernest Marks.
Yeah.
As we know it.
No,
so unless he surprises us, I doubt we go to see a whole series of LA because it just won't be the same.
Nah.
That's kind of the whole.
You know what? I think a series called Los Angeles could be just as funny, but I don't think he'd do it.
But technically, even though we didn't get the dude's version, we already had Insecure. So
yeah,
go figure.
Even though I would not, no.
I'm
not going to go there.
I liked it, man.
I know people like it. I'm talking about the level. I don't think Insecure is on the level.
I don't know, man.
Admittedly, I have not watched the whole show. So
I call them the brother and sister show. To me, they go together just as in the way of the creators. And
Lady Lisa said Insecure was garbage. I stand by what I said.
I liked it. Hey, everybody's pick. I ain't argued it. I'm just saying, for me, for my black joy of seeing creators, I love them both equally.
What's up, Tracy Lee? We got Tracy Lee in the spot. What up? Ghost MKC says, I'm pretty sure Lottie was awake during the convo. Yeah, Lady Lisa was talking about that. It's possible that she acted that way with the intent of her parents getting closer. Her smile was most likely an admission of her plan being successful.
Oh, she definitely wanted them together.
You know what? What if, because see, we don't know the backstory. What if this was a whole kind of parent trap just with Lottie by herself? Like Lottie was like, I want my mama and my daddy together. And what I can do is just ask for a weekend camping and we can go out and they won't have no choice but to sleep in the same room because it's a tent. You know what I'm saying? So, Lottie might have been slick. She might have been using them children powers to get the parents back together. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to know, what did she catch? If it was a snake or a rat or a snake rat, I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that thing was that scurried out of there. But Lisa did drop some knowledge on the Snipe Hunt. Lisa, if you can, put that knowledge that you had of the Snipe Hunt in it as far as the belief and everything. Shouts to Jenna James saying, ending this episode with Sade, love is stronger than pride. Was it
That
for
was
me?
good touch, good catch.
Was for me
Very
the
much so.
a way to end the episode with. So like I
Very,
agree
very great.
because
Yes.
I've been saying about both of them, drop all the BS. This your man, this your woman. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come on, hold on to God's unchanging hand right now. You know what I'm saying? What we need is some more black love on these streets.
Hey man, you better slow
They be like,
down for
yo,
Zoom.
they be like,
Zoom
yo,
trying to
Mike.
freeze you.
They like, yo, Mike getting
Zoom trying to
everybody
freeze
married.
you
I be
out.
like, yes, I am. I'm getting everybody married. Come on now. We need strong black families, all right? We need to build black communities.
Pastor Lovejoy out here.
I'll be like, y'all been dating? Mm-hmm. We've been together how long? Oh, we've been together 2 years, man. Y'all might as well get married. Be like, what? Be like, yeah, man. It's about time for y'all to get married. Look, we need families. All right, how old are you? Come on now. And look, you ain't getting no younger.
You may not be some people's
Matter
favorite
of fact,
pastor.
how old are you? And also, how old are your grandparents? They gonna want to see the little youngster before they go. They ain't getting no younger. Come on now. Let's go and get this together. You know what I'm saying? Look, all right, look, hey, look, I got my church ready right now. No. Right. They be like, Pastor NERDSoul has married, 500 couples since be like, look, I'm on a mission. All right. I'm on a mission to get these black families back together.
Mike need to get his online certificate of pastorship, online marriage counselor or whatever, and we're like we charging $500 or whatever.
And then for their wedding gift, I'll give them DVD sets of like Fresh Prince, Parenthood, Thea, Moesha. I'll be like, look, just in case y'all need to know about, here you go. Cosby Show, all the black family shows. Here you go. This what you need. All right, if you ever need it.
Speaking, I'm glad it's a family show. You almost made me say some stupid stuff, but woo! Well,
I'll even throw in one-on-one. I know they ain't together, but one-on-one, I even put that in there too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can watch like that too. One-on-one, but
back to the show. Before the last two seasons,
the seasons where they moved to LA or whatever, I was
garbage.
Yeah, y'all was tripping, but shouts to Lady Lisa said the snipe was for symbolism, saying, or at least she thinks, for Van the snipe was something made up and hard to catch and totally made up. For Lottie, it became real because she believed in it. You know what I'm saying? She believed in it and she was brave enough to go after it. That represents love for Van and Ern. You know what I'm saying? They were brave and they stepped out on that ledge. You know what I'm saying? You ain't always going to know. And look, remember I made this same parallel to when they went in the darkness together? And she said, I'm going to go with you. And she was like, you ain't going to leave me? He said, girl, I never leave you. And what she do? Man. She held his hand, and they forged their path through the darkness. Lord, is that
I still say they probably not getting married, but they gonna be together. That's about all I got. I don't know. But once they say that, they pretty much are saying, hey, we're kind of together. And hey, Van didn't fall in. She didn't go to the broil room. She didn't go to the broil room.
True that.
You thought about it too. You like. You wrote that no message. I mean, she was like, "Oh, it's interesting," but that message ruined it.
Right. But shouts to the snipe that was like some kind of that was the piece of Atlanta in this story. Whatever that thing was in that bag,
just enough.
That was the piece of Atlanta.
That was the weird part. Like he come.
Where was the word Atlanta in this episode? Because I missed it.
I don't know. I gotta go back and see.
Maybe, yeah. I had to go back and see where it was in this episode.
But I thought what the Atlanta of it was going to be when we first met old boy who owned the campgrounds, whatever. I thought it was gonna wind up being like, oh Lord, look at this dude here. He even got the shades, got the hat. Is he gonna pop up? Is he gonna be randomly popping up? Then I thought, oh, wait a minute, he's getting on the boat. Is this going to be a callback to season 3? Like, I don't know. So you just got to be on your toes with Atlanta. Like, you just don't know if a bunch of evil white hands will pop up and statue. Or you're going to have, unfortunately, not to, hopefully, I'm glad it wasn't like a thing where you be stuck in the woods and somebody's chasing you. Not gonna go deep into that, but I'm glad they kind of avoided that trauma. So, you know,
now
I'm glad they focus on the love part.
Definitely. Jenny James says, also saw the passive aggressive in Lottie as she often directed her questions just to the mom, probably reflecting the fact that she's with her mom majority of the time. So that's who has the answers for her. And Ern felt it as the picnic. He mutters, like I'm not even here. Plus her saying he can sleep outside. All this calling his attention that if they don't relocate and as a family, he could soon be a distant memory for Lottie, who with the time could clearly detach from him. So
yeah,
I can see that. I can see that.
Even though
she said it so like matter of fact, like, oh, you can sleep outside. Like, it was like what?
The 9-year-old, 6-year-old. I mean, in just a couple of years, she's gonna be a teenager. If this was going by the right age, 6, I'm still laughing at that. But tallest 6-year-old ever. But
yeah, because I'm like, she's 6. I'm like, okay.
Got at least be 8.
She got some height. She got some height on her.
Yeah, but in just a few
height.
years. But if she's 6 in just 6 more years, she's on the verge of being a teenager. She's worried about boys. She's got school and stuff to do there, and dad ain't around. So, you know, some people want to get mad at their kid, but they're a kid still. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I feel like this.
You're going to need to be there at that moment because your kid, like, your kid knows everything. You remember, you knew everything, right? Remember, you was 13, 14, 15, 16. You knew everything. And technically, you'd be right if the world was perfect, but your parents know. Everybody at that party ain't got your best interest
in mind.
I
do everything in my head. I didn't express it to my dad because I was wrong. Hell no, I ain't say that.
Your parents know. If everything works out perfectly, yeah, you're going to be right. But see, baby, I know this world. And something wrong going to happen. But you know what? I'll be here when you need me because I'm going to be dead one day. So I got to prepare you to make your decisions on your own. But you need to be able to weigh options and stuff like that. But the parents need to be there to kind of like guide you into, I don't know, teenagehood, whatever it is, teenagerism, whatever that is. gotta guide you into that because it's like, I ain't going to.
I mean, eventually, after a while, you can't make another grown adult physically do anything. It's your word that will lead the way for them. And they need to follow the path. Eventually, mommy and daddy cannot do it for you. You have to heed the advice to do it. So it starts from us to push them, but eventually a horse got to be led to water. You know, you got to be led to the word, not to be preaching, but you got to eventually get to it yourself and use the wisdom that's been bestowed upon you.
And I think them all together, I think they'll be good, man. You see how they care about Lottie. You see how they care about one another. This is, you know what? No notes for this episode. I'm happy with this episode. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all taking steps. Stand where the heaven. You know
I did not see coming because you just expect the weird,
the craziness of Atlanta.
They got to escape Atlanta. But it was nice to have this touching moment of Ern finally becoming, I think, the realization of a full person. Like, this is what I truly want. I've been dealing with trauma, but this is my happiness. I don't want to lose Lottie. I don't want to lose Van. And I need them both together. Like you said, I don't want nobody new. I want it to be a family. Like, you can't say it no other way, whether if it's marriage or if it's just them doing the we together thing. Like, some couples I know, they like, look, we together regardless of the ring or not knocking it one way or the other, but they together. So I respect them like they're a couple. So, if they operate that way, hey, they created common law marriage for a reason. So it is what it is.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? So this episode, I think, accomplished a lot in the progression of Van and Ern, and even gave Lottie some time to get her act on, where she was kind of like on her own, getting some physical acting in as far as just showing her body posture towards her mother or her father, kind of like Jenna James was talking about. This is awesome.
But the little smile gave everything away. The little smile.
Yeah, that little smile was like, I'm gonna have my family.
Like my stupid parents finally figuring it out. Maybe. God.
Like,
yes.
Yeah, because
you notice they didn't even ask Lottie if she want to stay in Atlanta.
Nope.
She didn't even seem. I don't think that's an issue for her. I think long as she get to see Grandma and Grandpa enough, and to do that, I think she's good. I think she's like, yeah, we can get out of here. And like, she ain't gonna care. She's 6.
Ernest balling kind of out of control right now, so he all right. He doing all right.
I mean, if he can afford to move to LA, then the paper and drop $10,000 on some Nike Miracles, then you must be balling, or you're reckless. Because
he said just pay the money, like so that means he got it. And shouts to Lady Lisa. She said they don't care what Lottie want. Well, I mean, I think they care, man. They care about what their girl wants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
of course,
the parents still have to make the decision for the the trajectory of the family, but they care about Lottie. They care about what she. You know what I'm saying?
She'll be all right.
She'll be all right. She'll be good. Don't worry about all that. So, with that said, guys, we on a good path, a strong footing for Black love in this. We looking good, man. Now you know what I'm saying? We already have what is it? We got Al Paperboy talking about leaving. Cause Darius like, yo, where you gonna go? You don't like nowhere. And now we got Ern talking about he leaving.
So
but Darius is gonna be a nomad. He's just gonna be.
So this is about to be Darius. Is this about to be Darius full on villain arc? Where he's like, no, you cannot leave the hellscape of Atlanta.
All right, so Zeus B. Lute says, Van's character is a lot to unpack. I'm glad Ern came around, but waiting around all this time for him to figure out what he loves, that he loves her, or at minimum, that he's now able to express it, where we need to is where we need to start. Because I don't know about that messaging. Seriously, Ern said the things all women want to hear, especially after being together for a while. I still want you. I desire you. So, but you know what? I think I see where you're going. I'm not against what you're saying, but in this case, I'd say it might be warranted because we've now seen a change in Van. Van has been, ever since France, I think, Van has been toning down. She's in season 1, she straight up was not feeling Ern at all. At season 2, she was still kind of like, I'm a find me someone else. Season 3, there was some connection, but she was like in another mental state.
She had a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
And
but
she was
season
stressed.
4, since France, she seems like she's been getting into a point where maybe these words would not have worked in season 2. But now I think Van's in a good place, better mentally. I think Van might be able to be family minded now.
And let's just say this: they are both in a better place mentally. They both needed to heal. They both needed to get some things done together. So I can't speak on the lady side of it, but I can speak to that. I feel like as men, we do have to have our stuff together to where we know what we truly want to voice that if we want this person that we deem to be worthy to stick around. So you got to say it. Like, y'all can get whoever out there and get mad, but if you want the person that you want to be exclusive with you and you don't say it, don't be surprised you don't get it.
Yeah,
that's how it works, man.
You gotta say what you want.
You
gotta go get what you want. Like, and I'm not saying you gotta be aggressive about it, but you gotta be like, okay. So like this, when I was talking, this is before Lisa and I were married. We had been talking on the phone for a while and everything. And I can't remember when. Lisa might be able to throw it in the chat, but I remember distinctly saying, I want to be married. I want to be a dad. I want to have a family. And I said that Just straight up, I was like, this is what I want. You know what I'm saying? And that's not aggressive. I'm just saying, hey, this is what I want. Now, if this isn't what you want, I get it, but this is what I'm looking for. And if this is not what you want, I got to go on, because this is what I want to be. A dad. I want to have a family. I want to be a husband. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want.
I mean, it's setting your boundaries and setting your goals. Man. That's what people should do. That's what adults, male or female, should do instead of the other stuff.
Yeah, it's like that. Got it. So Earn did. I think Van might have been like a little scared or maybe a little guarded, but Earn was willing to say, "Hey, this is what I want." You know what I'm saying? I want to be a real family. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why the song "Love Over Pride" is a great way to end it. The song says it all.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? Love is stronger than pride, y'all. Yo, come on. Put that pride down. Saying just love someone. Now, Jenna Jane says, honestly, neither of them really put it on the table back in season 1. True. So I can't fully blame Earn. Van losing her whole mind last season and seeing Earn finally make something of himself was the trigger for both of them. That both of them needed. So seeing this conclusion, I liked it. Yeah, because see, season 3, I guess the second half of season 2, you finally see Earn kind of like coming into, he's starting to generate some stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's starting to generate some movement, because remember, the whole season 3 tour is due to the work from season 1 and 2. Like without
and he was willing, I don't know if that was season 1 or season 2, but he was willing to live in a, rental, in
a storage space.
A storage space to keep building himself up. So, I joke about
he's been on the bottom, you know what I'm saying?
But he earned them shoes. Regardless of what he had to do, he should have gotten them shoes. He earned them shoes.
Shouts Lady Lisa said, Van represents what a lot of women do, unfortunately. They will wait till AARP for this man. She also said, what's going to happen now is they're going to move to LA, and Van is going to decide she now needs to find herself after all of her healing. No, you know what? No. All right. It's going to be happily ever after.
That's why we don't need a LA show. Because,
in my mind.
Yes, I can see, we don't need an LA show. We just don't.
I think a Los Angeles could be funny for trying to figure out how to raise a well-adjusted Black child in Hollywood. And trust me, as a Black parent here in Hollywood, it's different out here. I'm going to say it's different.
This is what I want.
People raise their kids whole different out here. I'm just saying.
Think of Atlanta like Grand Theft Auto. Let Earn get his happy ending and be done. And let Atlanta claim some new victims, and we get a new show in Atlanta. We ain't leaving. We stuck in the zone. You cannot leave. You shall not pass. Maybe Earn might escape.
Shall not pass.
Everybody else, we need a whole new batch of victims. It got too many cameos. You can pull from the cameos, and you can make a new show.
Yeah. Or, you can let the show chill for like a year or so, and then come back with like an Atlanta Christmas special when they come back to see the parents for Christmas. Yo.
For all that, make a movie. Make it. Look, Entourage got a movie. Make a movie.
True. Shouts to Entourage. Another one of the
we
craziest
already had an
shows.
LA show. We had LA shows.
Oh boy, Entourage was.
Ballers was in LA, wasn't it? Or in California? We done had Ballers? 3.
Where was Ballers at?
It was in California.
Was it in Miami or California? Where was Ballers?
You know what? My bad. It was in Miami. But
yeah, because even though I've only watched half of the first season, but matter of fact, hey, I got HBO Max. Let me go on back and watch that joint.
But still, we had Entourage. Got Insecure.
It's the week of the Rock, baby. You know what I'm saying? We in the Rock. You know what I'm saying? It's the Rock. Yo, if you know, you know, y'all. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Took it back.
Put your diamonds in the sky if you feel the vibe.
2001.
Can I? I don't know. Can I even reference that person? That person tripping. That
No, don't.
It's messed up because This man gonna make me throw out. Oh, dad, you gotta throw out like what? About 6 to 7 good albums before things go trash way. Maybe 6 out, pretty much all the way up until like Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy or whatever, like that one.
Once
then after
you
that,
start
it was like,
riding horses in mega churches and spouting off anti self hatred, I don't care. I don't want to care. I don't hear nothing about some twisted genius. Y'all keep that. Y'all have that. You know.
Yeah, y'all can have that. Ain't nobody
more
trying to be no
more for you.
Like, look, man, look, he done. But you know what? With that said, we're gonna be out. If you're here right now, later on tonight, 7 p.m. PST, we will be talking about Black Adam. That's right. Bald-headed brothers been winning this weekend, y'all. That's right. Bald-headed brothers unite, y'all. If you're bald-headed, or if you know someone who's bald-headed, come on back here at 7 p.m. PST. We're gonna talk about Black Adam. It's gonna be full spoilers. So if you ain't seen the movie, don't come in unless you like, hey, I'm gonna see the movie, but I don't care. I still want to know what happened. So come on through. But I'm gonna throw it over here, Mr. Cooper. Where can they find you?
So y'all, you can find me at www.blerd-ish.com. That's www.blurs.com. Sale is going on right now. I haven't updated the sale link, but it does work right now. So get you some savings for the fall, some long sleeve shirts, different that. You can find me on IG at blerd.ish, Facebook, Keith Cooper on Facebook as well. And I'm on Twitch. Follow the Twitch, trying to march to affiliate, trying to sprint, trying to grow the brand of Blurdish that it is across the webs, the webs without the self-hatred and more love.
That's
you ain't getting no self-hatred from here.
That's right. We ain't no self-hatred. We wearing black shirts, all right? And they're gonna be black. That's all I'm saying. Right,
get your shirts from Wakanda. You ain't gotta wear white. You can wear your regular black shirt.
So
don't worry about what some trend is saying, some TikTok trend is saying.
Yeah, don't worry about all that.
I'm wearing T'Challa to the movie premiere. All right.
That's right. So NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that jazz. Hopefully we could get Mark from Blurdish today. That would be both Blurdishes in the same day on the channel. We'll see. I don't know.
Oh, man.
but go in and like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Help a brother out in the algorithm. But we're glad you came. We'll see you later. And if we don't see you later, then we'll see you tomorrow doing something barbershop style, because Rings of Power is over. So yeah, maybe we'll talk about Andor. We'll see. But until then, from us to you, thank you for chilling and peace.
Peace.
And you know what? Since the little guy is in here,
shout out all the HBCUs.
Peace.
You got to know that if you keep dwelling in our past, you will remain in the past. Can I get a fucking yeah?
Good day, gentlemen. This is a pre-recorded briefing made prior to your departure, in which, for security reasons,